Every person, every object, everything, every place that you've ever been is mapped neurologically in your brain. Your brain is a reflection of the environment. It's an artifact of everything you've experienced in your life. If we're not defined by a vision of the future then, and we're left with the old circuitry of the past, it makes sense that the moment you open your eyes and your senses plug you into three-dimensional reality, the moment you see the same person, you see that person based on the memory you have of them. And that memory you have of them is associated with an emotion. And you see another person, and you go to another place, you do another thing. And now it's no longer that your personality is creating your personal reality. It's your personal reality is actually creating your personality. Your environment is actually controlling, on some level, how you're thinking and how you're feeling by your senses giving you information based on the past. Come on, are you with me? Did you say no? Did I hear a no there? Every person, every object, everything, every place in your life is mapped neurologically in your brain. You meet somebody for the first time, you say, who are you? Oh, I'm this person, and I know these people. And I own these things, and I lived in these places at these different times. I lived in that place during that time, and I know those people. Oh, well, hey, you know how that goes. So you have a neurological network for your boss, you have a neurological network for your partner, you have a neurological network for your cell phone, for your car, for everything that's known in your life. Everything that you know about in your life is mapped neurologically in your brain. So when people wake up in the morning and their senses plug them into three-dimensional reality, their environment is controlling the majority of the way they're thinking and feeling. In fact, they need the environment to feel something. And now we're at a point where there's a lot of things that are causing us to think a certain way. And so then the person has a good day. What do they say? I feel pretty good today. I had a good day. But when something goes wrong, when a person or circumstances change their state and now they feel bad, and you say to them, why do you feel this way? If they say to you, I feel this way because of that person or that circumstance or that condition, what they're really saying is that person, that problem, that circumstance is actually controlling my thoughts and controlling my feelings. And anything that's controlling our feelings or our thoughts or controlling us, we're victim to. Yes or no? Now, the stronger the emotion you have towards that person or the problem, the more you pay attention to it or to that person. And where you place your attention is where you place your, and you're giving your power away to that person. They're taking up your vital energy to change. And when a person is sitting in a fire and their body's raging and they're trying to blame everybody, and that person is lowering the volume to that emotion, and they keep lowering the volume to that emotion, and the hardest part of every war is the last battle, and they lower the volume to that emotion. Finally, the body realizes it's no longer the mind, that the person is the mind, and there's that liberation of energy. The moment they overcome that emotion, they'll take their attention off that person or problem, and now they're calling energy back to them. And they're building their own electromagnetic field. There's energy to heal now. There's energy to create. There's energy for the mystical. And the side effect of that, getting out of those survival states, those emotions of survival, is the heart begins to open. And we've discovered the moment that heart starts feeling that energy, it is the creative center, and taking a big blanket and going like this, it informs the brain right away. It's safe to create. It's safe to have a vision. When you get people really good at synchronizing their heart to their brain, they get super creative. In that state, we call relaxed and awake. Relaxed in the heart and awake in the brain is so much better than stressed out, unconscious, and living in a program. And it turns out you can teach people how to do that in 7 days.
Just give some grunts after each moment. So the big three, right? If we're under the identification.
Oh, let me finish that.
Go for it.
So then to change then, it would make sense then that you'd have to be greater than your environment. Yes or no? Yes. Because you can't respond in the same way, because if you do, you default back to the old person. Yes or no? So the change is to hold the vision in spite of environmental conditions, in spite of that state, and not fall from grace. And if the body's been conditioned to be the mind emotionally and it's been habituated into a future, then it means the change is you have to overcome your body. When the body gets aroused, when it wants to get up and do something and you settle it down, that's the process of change right there. That's the overcoming process. That's what it takes to arrive at your future. So if the body has drives and it's emotional and it's habituated and you keep settling it down, I promise you, you're taming your pet. You stay right there. I'm going to feed you. I know you think you're going to die. I know you're super busy. I know you get migraines. I know you have food allergies. I know it's better for you to lay down. I know it's your mother's fault. Oh, no, it's your ex's fault. I know all that. You hang in there. Past all of those points, the body is trying to unseat you. It's doing what it can, and by causing it to fall back into the present moment, into the unknown, is how we overcome time. Because if you're not in the predictable future and you're not in the familiar past, those are the knowns. The present moment is the unknown, and that's where possibility exists. Teaching people how to get there and stay there is a habit. You can get better at it the more you do it.